So I'm doing the double brutal. That's the big secret. That's the announcement. I'm going to explain everything to you and explain why. Give you a bit of a rundown on what the program is going to look like, what the events I'm going to do in the lead up, how it came about, the whole thing. But the brutal facts are that this is a double Ironman event. It is held in Wales around Mount Snowdon. So in September, so conditions can be changeable. Anything is possible. My coach has done this, Fergus, and it looked difficult for him. So this is really an epic challenge, and I'll explain why I chose this. But let me explain what the double brutal is first. The swim is 7.6 kilometers long. It's a 1.25 kilometer loop that you do 6 times. You can stop every second lap and refuel and rehydrate. So that probably won't be doesn't seem too daunting to me, but still 7.6 kilometers is 7.6 kilometers. Then on top of that, you've got a 40 kilometer bike loop that you're going to do 8 times. There's elevation of about 6,000 meters in the 360 kilometer ride section of the double brutal. The run is an 8 kilometer loop that you'll do 9 times. And for the people like me doing the double, you do the 14 kilometer loop, which is an ascent of Mount Snowdon first, and that's 2,200 meters of elevation. So that's the 84 kilometer double marathon that you finish with. Some other important facts: the cutoff times. The cutoff for the swim is 4 hours, which won't be a problem. I can already do that now. Bike 26 hours, and total time is 42 hours. I have no idea. We have not sat down and done any maths on times or anything like that yet. Those are the simple facts about the double brutal. I am excited and shitting myself all at the same time, but more importantly, it really got my juices going when this was what we decided to do. So hang around in this video and I'll explain what the lead up is going to look like, how I came to this decision, what happened, all of that sort of stuff. And I hope you follow this journey, and I hope it inspires you to find your own craziness that you want to get involved with. So things have changed. Things have changed. Everybody has different things that drive them. That is for sure. For me, it's trying to do something that I'm not sure I can do. It's the easiest way to put it. I don't know how else to put it. Although I do like to go a little bit faster, like I like to get a personal best, and I like to have a faster 5K and all of that sort of stuff. It doesn't really drive me. It doesn't get me out of bed in the morning. That's for sure. And I've really noticed that since completing the Ironman. I thought that, doing a harder Ironman like Keltman would be enough to keep me motivated, keep me driven, all of those things. But the truth is, it wasn't enough. So I needed more. I really needed more than that, and it took me a long time to realize that, to be honest. I kept telling myself that I'll get back into the groove, and the groove never came. So here we are. It's funny how things work out though, because Fergus and I actually made a mistake with Keltman and got the dates, or I should say, they changed the dates that it opened. It always used to open at the start of November, and this year it opened in the middle of October. And so we both messed it up, and I missed the date. And didn't really know what I was going to do initially. And then Fergus messaged me to say that the Brutal event in Wales was going to run again next year. We had thought that this year was the last year. And the Brutal event is just a fun picnic day, as you may have guessed. But it offers a double Ironman. Fergus has done this before, and immediately that I started to think about it, I got excited. I know that sounds maybe a bit sick, but it really did. It got me excited immediately that I could do something that, I wasn't 100% sure I could do. So, just wanted to kind of explain why the double. Because doing a double isn't for everybody, obviously. And some people just like to get a little bit faster each year, and I respect that. I just need more than that. So, we're doing a double. 7.8 kilometre swim, 360 kilometre bike ride, and finish it off with a double marathon. So, and all of this around Snowdonia, where the weather can change in a heartbeat. There'll be a whole lot of issues to deal with. But I love the idea of training for something that I really am not sure. I watched how hard it was for Fergus, and he's a lot younger and a lot fitter than me, so there's a lot of work to be done. But that's the whole point, isn't it? So what's the plan? I'm still overweight, got some weight to lose, still don't have the stamina for a double, and we've got, 10 months to train. So, how do we get from A to B? I can tell you the events we're doing in between. We're doing a full marathon in the middle of February, which I begin training for now, which will be my first standalone marathon, which is exciting to do. I'm interested to see what I'm aiming for, a sub 4 hour, but factors. Then we've got, just because I really want to do it, not because it actually fits into the training schedule, I'm doing the Mooloolaba standard Olympic Distance Triathlon. Just because I want to get a good time. I was unhappy with how I went this year, so I really want to nail that. Then we hope to do the Alpine Ascent, but it's not confirmed whether that's on yet. So we'll have to see whether that actually comes to fruition or not, because that's like a 3/4 Ironman event with a lot of climbing in it and very cold water. Alpine, obviously. And then we're doing Cairns Ironman again as my lead-up event. Seems strange that an Ironman would be a lead-up event, and then we'll go into the double in September. So some significant events to do in between time, and Fergus has begun planning the training But I guess the simple way to look at it is that the marathon fits in nicely because I need to improve my running and I need to lose weight, and training for the marathon is probably a good base to lose that last bit of weight that I need to lose so I can really get stuck into the rest of the program. But that's pretty much what's going to happen. So I'm also going to change my video schedule a little bit. I'm going to post a training specific video every 2 weeks to map out this journey so people can follow that. And once a month I'm going to drop a different kind of video, like probably the first one I'll do is about my whoop. And then other things like, marathon training tips or whatever it might be, that just to help people who, there are specific things to the type of person that I am and the training that I'm doing or things that I've learned or stuff like that. So hopefully that works for everybody, and we'll see you soon. Thanks so much for watching this announcement video. As I said in the video, from now on it'll be every 2 weeks I will do a workout based video on YouTube, so everyone can follow all of my workouts, what's happening, how the training's going, all that sort of stuff. And I'll drop another video once a month about a specific topic, whatever happens to be going on that's training related. So I hope that will work well for everybody. I hope you all follow my journey. I hope you don't all think I'm too crazy, although I've already had that comment several times for people I've spoken to. Some really funny looks on people's faces, but that's part of it for me. I love the idea of doing something that I don't know whether I can finish it or not. And I like the idea of preparing myself as best I can and putting in all the hard work to get there. So please follow my journey. Make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of this journey. And we'll see you next week.